Hey Luke, thanks for joining me, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, bro. How you doing?
Doing good. It's good to see you. You're one of my favorite people back in the Middle East.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate you. It's good to see you as well.
So Luke, you're not from the Middle East. That's where we met. But let's start with that. Like I want to, I know a lot about you, but I want to get to know you a little bit more and let everyone hear about your story. But tell me, where did you grow up, and how has that shaped who you are today?
I was born in Zimbabwe in a city called Harare, and I was born and raised there. And I come from a very, very big family. I have seven brothers, no, eight brothers, and I had three sisters back then.
Wow.
But, yeah, but yeah, I'm from Zimbabwe. That's where I'm from.
Awesome. Zimbabwe, how far of a flight is Zimbabwe to Dubai?
From Dubai to Zim, it's about 8.5 hours.
8.5 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when I think of Zimbabwe, I'm thinking of a lot of like safari animals. Did you see that every day or no? Like lions and tigers, giraffes, elephants?
So I think a lot of people they always think if you're like from Africa, you usually see like lions running around the streets
Yeah.
and giraffes. So we do have a lot of animals in Africa, even in Zim. We actually have the second largest elephant reserve in, like I think if I can say in Africa or in the world, which is about 86,000. But where I was living, we rarely saw animals. But if you really wanted to see animals, you would drive maybe about an hour or 2 hours away from where I was staying. But you can see wild animals if you go to Africa. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That and you got a big family, eight brothers, three sisters. Where were you? What order? Were you at the
So,
oldest, youngest,
no, I'm actually the second from last.
second
I
from
am,
last?
yeah, I'm the second from last. So, I lost two of my sisters,
Hmm.
and I have a young brother that is back at home with my mom.
Okay.
Yes,
Do you stay in touch with all your siblings often?
I have to. I have to. Each and every time I think I try to communicate with my mom, mostly because like she's getting to an age, like that age where she's like pretty old and she needs a lot of attention from her kids. So I try to communicate with her every time. I try to communicate with my brothers maybe once or twice a week, though
Yeah.
it's different because like we are not in the same country. They are like also the other ones are in. I have one in the UK and I have my sister in the US, and the other ones are big at home. So sometimes like it's pretty tough for me because I'm working and they want my attention. So once a week or twice, I usually like talk to them or call them. So that's what I usually do.
That's awesome. Now, tell me a little bit about your mom. Like I remember you telling me you were helping her with a project. That's a big reason why you went to Dubai.
Yeah. So my mom, she's a single mom. She used to work for the government before as a nurse, and then she retired because she had allergy. And since she was a single mom, she couldn't, you know, really take care of so many kids. So she came up with like different projects. Back in the days, we had um, a factory where we used to manufacture soap first, and then we had a barber shop and a saloon. We had a boutique. Um, we tried so many things, but what my mom um was doing, he was trying to show us that if you really want to make it in life, like you need to work hard and um yeah, that's it. But the project that I was trying to help you with, like, so we are building our house, and I wanted to construct um what let's say like a ball let me say a ball where because like in Zim water is very scarce and it's tough.
Mm.
So for me, for life to be easy for my mom, I wanted to construct a ball so that she can like get water from that ball, which is something that we've already done. So like the progress is there. It was working, and then it's not really working right now. I still need to work on it.
So you're building a well and it's kind of stalled.
Yeah, yeah, it's already installed, but right now it's not working.
Okay,
So
man. Well, good luck. Hopefully we can get that back going again.
yeah, yeah. So,
So tell me about Zimbabwe. You call it Zim. So what's a childhood memory that still influences you today?
um, if I can tell you this, I think I grew up in a society where everyone was very respectful, but I felt like at some point I didn't really grow up in a society where there was like so much inspiration where like you look up to someone that was like really rich or something like that. Like I think a lot of people that were living in my area, they were not too they were like poor people, they also some medium class people, but they were people that I couldn't really look up to. The only people that I was looking up to is only my mom because I knew like how hardworking she was. But I grew up in a society where everyone was happy, even though like you we didn't really get all the things that we wanted, but I believe like we felt like everything was good. Like it was just a happy community for me.
I like it. So, and that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of shaped who you are today. Like I met you, you moved to Dubai, a new country, to make a better life. I know you worked your butt off. And tell me, what are you doing now? Because the last time I met you, you were working the hotel, and now
Yeah.
you're actually a big time trainer at one of the gyms, right?
Yeah. So right now, I've shifted from being working in the hotel industry, and after I left hotel industry, I ventured into like sales,
Uh-huh.
and then I didn't really like sales that much, and something that I was always doing was training, and a lot of people they used to look up to me, they're like, man, we love the way that you look and stuff. And one day as I was sitting, I was talking to my brother, I was like, a lot of people they are telling me, and my brother was like, why can't you just study to be like maybe a diploma in like fitness and stuff? So I was like, maybe that might be a good idea. So I ended up studying to be a trainer. And then after that, uh, like it was tough after I started because, you can't just be, you can just be from school or from studying and then become like this top guy. So I struggled a lot, like looking for jobs and stuff. But overall, right now, I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm working with a company called Energy Camp, like as a part-time fitness trainer. But I also have my own clients that I do train. So I'm freelancing and also working part-time with Energy Camp.
Awesome, man. So you can teach me how to get a six pack like you, right?
I would love to. We can do it. We can do it, obviously. Yeah.
Nice. Um, Tell me something about the Zimbabwe culture that you're very proud of.
Um, I think Zimbabwean culture, a lot of people they are down to earth. I think they're hardworking, very honest. Um, they're just happy people, I think. But what else can I say about Zimbabwean people? Let me check. Yeah, I think those are like for me, those are the core values that I can tell you that those values are what Zimbabwean people are most hardworking, down to earth, always happy and honest.
Yeah. Well, man, I've never seen you without a big smile. So,
Okay. Yeah, so I have to. I think Joey, you know my story. Like I struggled a lot in the UAE, but I've never, tried to build down myself or trying to be to show a sad face to people. Like I've always like, even if I was going through a tough time, I always been happy. I always show my teeth, and people like, why are you always happy? Why are you always smiling? I was like, I'm a positive thinker. Like, I know that we just trials that we are here for a small, for a moment. after some time that you're gonna, go away. So I'm like that. I'm very much for the positive things. I think the gym made me to that I'm saying.
Yeah, cool. So I'm pretty sure it was Zimbabwe currency. My brother gave me, it's like one of those $100 trillion bills because of the hyperinflation back in the day. What was that like?
I used to be a trillionaire back in the
You-
days. I'm a say maybe I became a billionaire, trillionaire, no, let's say millionaire, billionaire,
Yeah.
and trillionaire at some point. Yeah, I still remember one time I was with my nephew back in the days, and my sister sent me to pick some money at the bank. So we were waiting in the line, and so Zimbabwe was being hit with, the highest inflation in the world.
Yeah.
I still remember waiting on the line, and my nephew was like, by the moment that you're gonna take this money from the bank, it's not gonna be buying anything. Which is we're about to. I think we're supposed to be taking. Is it 100 trillion or something like that? It was $100, and my nephew was like, by the time that you're gonna take it from the bank, it's probably gonna be $20, and that's what exactly happened.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you had to like get the money out and sprint to wherever to use it.
That's what we're supposed to be doing. So you're supposed to get the money and look for money exchangers, people that are like exchanging money to dollars,
Yeah.
and then yeah. But if you get there very late, then like the inflation was just going to destroy the money. You end up with nothing, or maybe $1 or $5.
Man. Well, I think that creates character. I think that's why you smile so much because I love it. Tell me
Thanks, man.
this. Tell me about Zimbabwe, like food and like what's the local dish that everybody needs to try that no one knows about?
All right, so if you go to Zim, I would recommend you to try Sadza, or they call it pap. It's like a dough made from maize. You boil it first and then put maize and let it boil for like 10 minutes and then add maize add maize powder until it becomes a little thick. So we usually eat that with kale, like kale, right?
Kale? I like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So you fry kale and meat, mix it together, and then you eat with the dough with your hands.
Okay.
And the other thing you can try is you need to try peanut butter rice,
Peanut butter
which is,
rice.
yeah, so cook rice and then put peanut butter, becomes brown, very tasty and very, very healthy.
Hmm.
And yeah, and the other thing we also have something that we call Madura. It's like worms, but it's very tasty. A lot of people they don't like it, but for Zimbabwean people, it's something that we appreciate and it's nice. But you need to try sadza, which is Zimbabwe staple food. So we eat that almost every day. It's that maize dough with um, vegetables, and so we eat that
So
every.
maize like corn, right?
Yeah, corn, yeah, but you grind it and it becomes powder.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. That sounds good. Like I'm thinking of a like a tortilla or something, but I need to go to Zimbabwe and have it with you.
You need to. You need to. You need to.
Cool. So being from Zimbabwe, you've traveled a bit. You live in Dubai right now.
Yeah.
What's the favorite place that you've traveled to?
Um, I think so. I've been to like a couple countries in Africa, but I think right now I had my Christmas in Johannesburg, South Africa,
Oh,
and before also I was in Cape Town. I think I can say Cape Town is probably one of my favorite places.
awesome.
Though I feel like Johannesburg, like took my heart, but I feel Cape Town is probably the best place to be.
What's the best part of it?
It's just you know, sorry, um, they have like crazy scenery where, yeah, sure. So they have beautiful beaches in
Mhm.
Cape Town, and there's a place called Waterfront, which was built on top of the water. It's beautiful. There's Table Mountain. Like I think the scenery, if you go to Cape Town, it's just amazing. I think they have the best when it comes to like a place where there's um like nice buildings and beaches. I think Cape Town is probably in top three in the world.
Oh
Like
man,
for my personal view, like I love it.
I really want to go to South Africa someday, so I'll be texting you.
You should.
Now, what's something that people should know about Zimbabwe that's misunderstood? And I think you're helping me right here too with like the currency and but
Yeah.
what do most people misunderstand? I mean, I think that, but what am I missing here?
Um, I think Zimbabwe is probably one of the safest countries in Africa.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's one thing I will tell you. If you go to Zim, yeah, they will not rob you, will not mug you, and we are very welcoming people. So I think that's one thing that people like, we obviously have political issues, things that goes on internally in our country. But I will tell you this, Zimbabwe is probably one of the safest countries, in, if not in the world, probably in Africa. But
Oh,
it's amazing. Yeah.
that's
Since I
great.
was born, I've never been mugged in Zim. I've never lost my things in Zim. Like, yeah. But also, there's one or two people that are there that you can find that.
Sure. Well, it's maybe because of all your muscles. They're scared to rob you.
I'm actually lean. I'm lean, Jerry, right?
Yeah. You're like Floyd Mayweather though. Like I don't want to fight you, you know?
Yeah, that's my man. That's someone that inspires me. I love this work.
Nice. Who's been a major influence in your life? You talked about your mom, but who's been a big influence to you and why?
Um, if I can be honest with you, I think my brothers, all of my brothers and sisters, I have seen the struggles that they've been through, and I've seen uh, how consistent they've been um, working towards their goals, uh, whether it was school or it was work. I've seen my brother working so hard um, at their workplaces. I've seen my brother, when I was young, I used to see my brother studying, um, whether for university or just for high school. And they would study at night whilst I was sleeping with a
Mm,
candle without even lights. So I think my brothers, they inspire me more than any other person. And if not my brothers, like I think I'll go to the church. The
mm,
church is something that changed me, especially the church leaders. I look up to Joseph Smith so much.
mm.
Maybe shouldn't have. Yeah, I think the church, everybody at church inspires me. But when it comes to life and family,
Yeah, I love that. And that's where we first met at church in Dubai.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome. If you could go back 10 years ago and give advice to yourself, what advice would you give to Luke?
I will give. Okay, the advice I'll give myself. I'll say find something that you like and become obsessed with it, and
Mm,
work on it until you become perfect. Because I still remember, um, I used to I was not focused. I tried doing so many things and it didn't work out. So if you find something that you really like, become obsessed with it, work on it until you become perfect. That's
that's good advice. I feel like you've got that down right now with the gym, with the training.
yeah, sure.
Now, what's something funny about you that nobody knows about? Maybe something unique.
Something unique about myself. Wow. Um, so I'm very, very athletic. So I literally do all the sports in the world, I think, when it comes to running, uh, volleyball, tennis, um, athletics, 100 meters, I can run. Um, yeah, I think I can literally do anything. I feel like there's nothing that I cannot do when it comes to sport.
Hmm,
As long as you just show me how to do it, I can.
like it. We need to get you. I feel like I remember you playing soccer in Dubai.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is that what's the biggest sport in Zimbabwe?
It's soccer and
Soccer,
second soccer, and then followed by cricket and rugby.
cricket, and rugby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So basketball, I like that. That was lower, but it's becoming more and more popular in Africa.
In Africa, yeah, yeah, yeah. But right now I've been trying to play basketball more. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I love basketball. So I used to watch more football or soccer before. Right now,
Okay.
I shifted to basketball. So I watch a lot of NBA games.
Nice. Who's your favorite NBA team?
Uh, GSW Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors. Hey, I mean, it's a bad year for me. I'm a Jazz fan, so we're like the
um,
worst.
yeah,
But
yeah,
Warriors, you still got some juice left with that Jimmy Butler trade, right?
yeah. I think you boosted our team a little bit. We've been winning recently, so which is great.
Cool. Well, we need to go to an NBA game someday when you're in the US. I'll take you.
That is fun. I think hopefully I might move to the UK. That's the plan. My sister has been asking me because she feels lonely. She's in Utah, so
She's in Utah.
yeah. So, and their son is 7 in Alabama, so I might move there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, text me when you get to the US.
I will.
Luke, this has been awesome. Let's one question to end that's kind of deep, but what's something that you're very grateful for right now?
Um, okay, if there is one thing that I'm grateful for is just life. Life is just like one thing that I'm still remember. Um, I almost lost my life like a couple of times in the industry, but one thing that a lot of people underlook is like they don't even know that there's a lot of people that you know battling for their lives at the deathbed, or some people that are just very, very sick. For me, like I can remember, I would pray, but I wouldn't pray to be alive sometimes because I feel like God is still gonna keep me alive no matter what. But right now, one thing that I'm really thankful for is just to be alive. Life is something that is priceless. It's just an unspeakable gift.
Mm, yeah, that's great. And I really appreciate you, Luke. Um,
Thank you.
a couple quick fire questions to end. So, do you prefer mountains or do you prefer beach?
That's a good question. I think I prefer beach right now.
Beach? Yeah, with
Yeah,
kids, I bet.
yeah, yeah.
What's
Prefer
what's your
beach.
what's your favorite book or favorite movie?
The favorite book that I is Magic of Thinking Big.
Would you say
That's
that again?
actually The Magic of Thinking Big. That's my favorite book.
All right.
Um, and my favorite movie, I would say, let me check. Predator.
Which one?
The Predator.
I missed it.
The Predator. The
The
Predator.
the Predator.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, the Predator. The Predator? Am I hearing
Yeah,
that?
oh, yeah, something like that. My accent is like
No,
typical
no, no, you're
Zimbabwean.
good.
So,
That's my fault.
yeah,
I'll need to look
yeah.
into that. I'll go watch it now.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome. Well, Luke, so everyone, if you're in Dubai, you need to go find Luke and get some. If you want a six pack, you go train with Luke. But how can people connect with you? Is it
Um,
Instagram is the best way?
Instagram for me is best way, yes. Always available all the day.
Okay, cool. I'll
So
put
yeah.
I'll put your handle in the show notes, and then I'm excited to see you. I want you to come to the US sometime.
Hopefully this year, that's the goal.
Okay, man. Well, thank you so much, Luke. Nice talking to you. Have a good one.
Nice talking to you as well. Thank you so much for having me.
See you, man.